Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. Today I'm going to be reviewing one of my Master Tier Nunu games from start to finish with a focus on the creation and execution of a game plan. Now there's obviously two parts to this video, the creation of the game plan and the execution, which we'll be getting into in the actual review. Creation part of the game plan, we're going to be talking about my thought process in champ select loading screen, everything I'm thinking about from lanes to play around, lanes to avoid, who's going to be my win condition, how am I going to early path, into the execution, which is so important because we can be the smartest league players in the world, come up with the best game plans. If we're mis-executing ganks, ganking at the wrong angle, not utilizing abilities correctly, missing information, mouse clicks, mouse movements, we're going to be probably messing up the game plan and potentially not winning the game. So let's take a look at the example game here. Well, this is the game we're reviewing, and this is how we come up with the game plan. So pay attention to the right here first. So blue side, red side. I'm red side, obviously playing the Nunu. I've got a Nasus into Fiora top lane, into a Rengar, got a Kale into a Yone mid, and a Misfortune Brand versus Ezreal Zillion. So how am I going to use this information? So the first thing off the bat, I'm identifying Kale as a win condition. This is actually for a couple of reasons. Enemy Yone is likely to be playing aggressive early, especially the fact that he is Ignite, which is great. If I can actually shut down Yone, I'm sort of doing a couple of things. He's not going to have TP to get back to lane, so early ganks are going to be very impactful for making sure he doesn't snowball. Kale obviously has TP, she can get really good momentum, and Kale is obviously a very, very good scaling champ, one of the best scaling champs in the game. Very good level 16 champ, you've probably heard before. Oh no, Kale's level 16, we lose the game. Alright, so because of that, I am thinking about, okay, well then how does that impact the other lanes? So Nasus, I am really thinking about, he can just be weak side, that's whatever. We're probably going to lose 2v2 pretty hard top lane. So I want to sort of avoid top a lot. Bot lane's going to be pretty chaotic here because for the fact that it's a double range support, they likely always love to heavy trade. But again, my number one priority here is Kale's win condition. Kale's win condition. So because this is so important for me, I'm literally thinking this is my early path. I'm going to do blue into a level 2 mid gank. Now this is a very unique Nunu thing. Nunu is probably the only person, one of the only junglers that can pull this off incredibly successfully. I mean, obviously you have other junglers like Zinzia, Jarvan, Shaco I guess is more of a level 3 champion, but she's ganks Twitch. I mean, Twitch jungle. I mean, I don't think I've ever covered that on my channel before. So this is how I'm thinking about pathing around my win condition here. So after that, I'm thinking just do Raptors red, and then that's it. That's literally it. That's all I'm thinking for my early pathing. I'm not saying like I'm going to do Raptors red, and then I'm going to gank bot, gank top, and then do Krugs, and then reset. Like we need to assess information after that and assess our options, and then make the correct decisions after that. So that's literally the extent of all I'm thinking about in terms of the early game. So thinking about bigger picture stuff, now moving into this, I don't really feel the need to force anything in this game. I know we heavy outscale because obviously Kale Nasus, I mean Nasus is very good, even though I'm playing in weak side into 3 melee champs. But also I can just be stacking armor. I'm obviously going to be playing very tanky Nunu, which is going to be great for us. And the way that I'm going to really do that, the way you can really stall out games in League of Legends is by delaying Rift Herald as long as possible. So this game I'm actually accepting, I'm not even going to get Rift Herald. I might be able to get Rift Herald, but I'm actually accepting, I'm planning around delaying it for the Rengar, because if they break mid tower, that's going to allow them to accelerate the game. We might not be able to stall out. So as you can see, there's a lot of factors going into why Kale. I want to play around mid and Kale. And, you know, the big one here is, again, I want to hold my tier 1 mid tower for as long as possible. This is my thought process going into the game. And then mid to late game, what I want to do is wherever Kale's split pushing, I need to be around it. This is denying vision with my sweeper, control wards, getting vision, control wards, hovering for counter ganks, tracking the ME jungler, trying to give as much information to my Kale as possible, because at the end of the day, Kale likes to split push and put out a lot of pressure. I need to play around that. It's obviously going to depend. Maybe Kale's so weak, you know, she can't split push. But again, this is the way that I'm thinking right now. If I'm playing with Kale as my win condition, I'm putting all my resources mid, likely means she's going to be strong enough to be split pushing. So this is why I'm thinking a little bit ahead of the game. So this is pretty much the extent of what I'm thinking this game. This is the hardcore game plan win condition that I'm going to execute on. So we'll go into the game in just a moment. I just want to quickly go over my runes and see how these impact the game. So before, you know how I said that I need to be stacking armor this game because I'm against a very heavy AD comp. Quickly here, absolute focus you might see, which is not traditional. Usually you see the celerity here. I made a video on a EUS challenger player, Hayden, going over his runes here. He's been taking absolute focus, so I sort of wanted to test it out this game. And to be honest, my conclusion here, it actually felt really nice. If you actually look at all my ganks, I was a lot of the time above 70% health. So definitely felt like I was doing a lot of damage. I think I ended this game with 13 kills or something, so definitely was killing a lot of people. And then Triumph and Tenacity here. So obviously, again, the cookie card is sort of traditional Season 10 runes for Nunu. Was the cheap shot Relentless Hunter. But I really want the Tenacity of this game because at the end of the day, the enemy team has still pretty decent amount of CC. Going back to the other slide. In terms of having, you know, Furor Stun, Rengar's Root, Zillion Bombs. So I really want to not build Merc Treads because I need the plated steel caps, which were called Ninja Tiles previously. So these runes I think will be really, really good for me. That's why I take these runes. Alright, so let's get into the game now and let's look at the execution of this game plan, see how I do it, see if it works or not. Alright, so jumping into the game now. I begin the game by trying to decide between Blue Smite, Red Smite. I opt to go Red Smite. My simple thought process here is I'm against triple melee topside, very heavy skirmishing team. They're probably going to be a problem in the early stages of the game. I want some extra damage for myself because I am going to be building pretty much full tank, full armor. But I think you can also go Blue Smite as well. I mean, it does synergize really, really well on Nunu. Hayden I did talk about in my Nunu Hayden Challenger review. Here's the 660 LP Challenger player over on EUS. I did a video on. I'll link that in the description below. And he goes Blue Smite every single game. I think I could have gone Blue Smite as well this game, but again, I'm thinking about playing around mid. I don't really want Yone to 1v2 me and Kale. There definitely is that potential. So deny some damage, do a bit more damage myself makes sense to me. Alright, so start the game off by placing a ward here. Obviously, I'm starting blue. I want to know if they're looking to late invade, and I'm very scared of a late invade here by Rengar. Even if I was starting red, I would still ward this, because this is, I find, the only way to shut down a Nunu, is to late invade him on his red. And most of the games I do start red, it's the best start for Nunu, because you want to get your Raptors off the map ASAP. So, I got an Nasus, I'm Nunu, if I'm starting my red, I'm probably going to be starting Consume. I'm against a Rengar Fiora, I have to concede the red buff. So I need to know whether they're going to be invaded or not through this ward. But obviously I'm starting blue buff this game, so I don't really need to worry too much about conceding the camp. I'll just adapt after that. Alright, so let's initiate my game plan. So I start blue, and I kite it as quick as I move it as quickly close to my gank location, where I want to gank obviously next, which is mid, as possible. And I'm going straight for mid now. Alright, so you might ask, well, Nathan, why aren't you looking at the wave? Is this not coin flip? I pretty much know that the wave state is going to be pretty neutral at this time of the game because it's so early. The first wave has literally just crashed. It's probably about halfway through, you know, the wave right now. Again, remember, I know that Yone is not going to be leading up in this lane. He's going to be playing aggressive early, so I know that he's going to be moving up. So as you can see here, he's definitely pushing up, looking to do some heavy trades. But there's no harm in me looking at this wave as well. Alright, there we go, we get a flash. That is huge. The amount of pressure I alleviate from my Kale right now, Yone's very scared. I mean, he's potentially a little bit tilted here already in terms of psychology. He now is scared of a regank. He now knows that I'm looking at mid. He knows that I'm going to repunish this. And also, obviously, that's a lot of kill threat less on my Kale. So this is really big. And also, there's no counter rule counter jungle potential from Rengar as well. Because, you know, he can't really just take my... He can take my Gromp and my Wool, sure, but at the end of the day, I'll be able to take some stuff from it, and I'm not too fussed about that anyway. So now crossing to, again, continue to execute my game plan. So I'm walking up here. I'm actually walking up here because I like to do the bit of a bigger run-up for my Raptors. So my mindset right here is actually just to kill my Raptors. I actually have no intention of reganking mid. because he's ready for me now. So in terms of psychology, again, for players, it's like he knows to sort of hug bot side, and it just makes the gank harder to pull off. I just need to relax. Remember before I said I don't need to force anything? If I was to gank mid right here, this is actually a pretty hardcore force that I don't need to. I've already got the win. I'm going to come back here and punish this at a more suitable time when Yone is sort of not expecting it. Now he's probably expecting it. And I have no intention of ganking top because there's no way I'm going to kill Fiora, especially since I don't have red buff. Alright, so take Raptors here now, and then I go take my red. Alright, so notice that I'm looking bot. Remember how, you see how right now, I mean, I look top a little bit, but I'm like, I don't really care. I'm sort of just looking in case Fiora happens to be on 10% health. Obviously she's not. And I'm looking bot because I want to path bot here. And you notice how Yone's positioning right now? He's positioning because he's scared I'm going to gank from top side. And again, I'm in his head. I know that he thinks that. So I'm going to be going from bot side, ganking him from bot side when he least expects it. But right now, I also am on the edge of my eye right now. I could have easily gone to go re-gank this because, I want to punish the flash. But look, Yone's going to back off now. Look at the minions. They're about to crash to the wave. I need to let Kale get level 3. Get the minions. Excuse me. So I'm just relaxing. Again, I'm gonna punish this flash on Yone when a suitable time, when he's committing to minions. And he actually comes back here. He actually comes back mid. He's still, again, look at the aggression, as expected, that he's putting out on Kale. So again, still just relaxing here. Just doing my camps, and now I'm just going to be hovering bot side. Alright, also, I did actually know that Rengar started red buff. I probably should have been pinging a bit more Nasus, just so I could make sure that he's not heavy trading, because right now, I mean, as you can see, he's getting top right now. So, yeah, probably should have pinged that out a little bit more. I think that was my mistake. Sort of just letting my Nasus know is that I'm trading him off this game. That's my plan. So he dives top there. He loses a pretty lot of minions there, which is not good. Bot dies. I'm just doing crab. Alright, looking mid here as well. Alright, so look at mid here. So number one is I get crab and always utilize your move speed boost on here for Nunu. It makes your gank so much better. So the way that your snowball works is the more move speed you have. This is why Relentless Hunter was so good on him. The harder it is for the enemy to essentially dodge it because you're moving so fast with your snowball. So I'm looking mid here, but I actually identify right now that mid's actually not that gankable, believe it or not. Like, Yone's full health, my Kale, Kale's not going to do much. I need to really assess the damage that we have here. Sure, I could come here and we could maybe get him to like 20%, 30% health, but he's probably going to get away here. Or again, Rengar could also counter gank this as well. I mean, we do surprising amount of damage. Maybe we actually could kill him. But right now, again, I'm not too fast on mid gank right now. I just go bot here. And this is just the potential of Nunu ganks. I'm just here to just tank a hit. Bam. Really good brand EQ there. And that's a kill. Alright, so remember my mindset right now is like, I think mid's not that gankable because I know Rengar's probably just looking to counter gank me. But what I actually look here, you see how I look at the wave here and look how low? So remember, Yone was full health before, not as much kill threat. Right now, there's a lot of kill threat. Look at the wave state. Yone really wants to push in the wave right now. So you see how I've channeled the recall, and I instantly stop it because I'm like, even though Yone sees me right now, there's nothing he can do about this. I just eat this up, so then I'm high health in case again Rengar's here. Again, Yone's forced to stay here. So even if he knows I'm coming here, I mean, maybe his best move is just to fully back off, but he's not going to want to do that again. He's trying to push this wave in. Even if Rengar's here, I'm still confident I'm going to kill this guy. Kale may die, but we're going to be able to kill. I'm definitely going to kill him and get out here. I still have flash. So this is the potential of the Nunu speed bush. I'm looking at the minimap. Look at the minimap. Yone tries to run away, and he's dead. Alright, so again, this is repunishing the flash here. Now I'm helping my Kale push this in and going to get a very nice reset. So in terms of this game plan right now, playing around Kale, excellent early start here. And it's going to get even better here. I'm going to now create an efficient jungle path around my bot side, clear my second Raptors, Krugs, reset back bot. So again, notice my camera, I'm really panning bot, I'm thinking about bot a lot. And then I go and check my Krugs, Rengar's taking these. This is potentially a little bit expected. I mean, Rengar obviously did just dive my Fiora just then. And that's actually what he was doing. Instead of counting ganking mid like he thought, he just actually just took my Krugs. But he took them a while ago. And then obviously a lot's happened since then. So pretty lucky time in there, to be honest. So I do Krugs. Again, my mindset right now is just to reset, go bot side, look to get this dragon off the map. And potentially, again, keep re-ganking mid. Alright, so I look top here. And I'm like, okay, is Fiora going to dive this guy? And then I sort of just want to cancel my snowball because I want to base and go bot. I was so conflicted here. This is a pretty fail play. I mean, we'll see. We'll just play it out here. This could have definitely gone a lot better, but there's no real way that I know that Rengar actually still hasn't based yet. I mean, is there a way for me to anticipate? He actually has based, sorry. He based and he went straight back topside. Super interesting. So Rengar's mindset right now is just to fully trade off topside. His bot side. He's playing towards Fiora. He wants to make Fiora his win condition. So, I mean, yeah, if I was a little bit... timing was a little bit different. I could have, because I don't have my snowball right now. If I had my snowball, we would have won this, and this would have been huge. This would have been probably just insta GG. But instead, this doesn't go so well. Fiora hits level 6. She ults me, and now I flash away, unfortunately, which is actually really bad because I want to save my flash to, you know, use it on Yone mid. And now I've wasted a bunch of time. I ideally wanted to be mid right now, ganking that Yone, whatever he's doing. So this is so bad for me. Cal now solo kills a Yone, which is huge, huge, huge. Again, no flash Yone is really, really good for us. Alright, so I reset, get Dark Seal. Again, I'm testing a lot in terms of what Hayden was doing. Again, with an absolute focus, going Dark Seal as well. I'd say this is a pretty good early game for me as Nunu. I want to get Dark Seal, see what snowball potential I can potentially do. Snowball potential, no pun intended. Alright, pathing straight bot side. Also, notice here my pings for Kayle. I know that Rengar was just topside. I'm danger pinging, danger ping. Always pinging for my team, making sure that they know that making sure he's not dying to some sort of gank by Kayle. So just, again, trying to assist the team. Thinking about taking this Rift Scuttler now. Do my Gromp while I wait for it to spawn. And take the crab, but then I see bot lane come up here. Rengar's roaming bot. You actually can pan the camera using F keys whilst you're snowballing. I probably should be doing this because as you'll see here, I miss actually an opportunity to probably get 2 kills right here on Zillion and Ezreal if I time this snowball better. So if I was actually just looking. So this is actually just pretty bad actually. Missed some opportunities here. Help push that in. Take Dragon. Take the crab. Looking at top. Top's just dying. Again, that was expected. So remember, my mindset right now is I know that there's no way I'm getting Rift Herald this game. So I'm going to be trying to just delay it as much as possible. The way I'm going to delay it is through maybe placing a control ward here. Here or something. And again, through killing mid. Killing mid's going to relieve a lot of pressure from... it's going to put pressure on Rengar to be getting that Rift Herald. Again, I need to keep mid tower up as long as possible. Alright, so coming down here, you just notice again how I'm not just snowballing now. I always want the move speed from my little Rift Scuttler. So I go just on the edge here, get the move speed boost, insta W. So I'm just reacting right now, just seeing, okay, Zillion's here. I mean, I probably wanted to look to dive mid right now, but free kill Zillion, and now look mid and I say on my way. So what I'm doing here is I'm waiting for my snowball cooldown. And I know that Yone's, I get a nice control ward there, just get some pressure. I know Yone is maybe still around here. And I snowball this in the anticipation. So this is actually bad timing. I need to, this is the thing with the snowball as well. And again, I need to be looking at the wave, mid-wave. I need to be snowballing and timing it perfectly. So I am coming onto the tower as the wave is crashing. So my minions take tower aggro first. So you see right here, this is just so bad because my minions are so far away. So Yone actually did just base, but again, so what I want to show you, this is the attempt for diving. Like, this is my mindset. I want to be diving. Yone actually is still there. And I could have actually killed Yone there if I timed that better. Look how low he is. So I'm actually, my mindset right now is I'm just hovering right now because Rengar could be looking to ult onto mid here, so I'm just protecting Cal. Again, protecting Cal. You could say, well, Nathan, this is really inefficient. Why aren't you taking your Raptors red Krugs, you know? Or like, you know, why aren't you doing your camps? Like, Cal's fine, Yone's low. No, again, I'm here. Well, Fiora's sort of missing top, and I'm here again just to protect. Making sure that my Cal's going to get a nice perfect reset. The only way I'll lose this game right now is if Cal dies here, essentially. I'm not gonna insta win the game by, like, I could potentially lose this game from not protecting my Cal there, and like that's worse than like me taking my top side. Alright, so notice here that I just do another charge up on this wave. I probably really should let my Cal base here. I potentially force this, but we get a nice small win there on Rengar ult. And now I identify, okay, I mean, we could... No, we can't dive that Cal, there's no ult. And Yone's coming back. So again, just helping him push this in a little bit. Protecting. And now just looking to clear my jungle camps. Cal hopefully bases now. Again, I'm actually very comfortable with my Cal right now because Kale, I mean, her ult's coming back up, but also Rengar has no ult because we burnt it. So I'm happy to go farm my jungle right now. So do Raptors red, take my Krugs, get my smite, and looking to reset, panning my camera mid, and I build still caps here. So this is another thing in terms of build path with Nunu. I like to get tier 2 boots before Sunfire Aegis, unless if I could buy Sunfire Aegis on this base right now, I would. But I really, really want these boots again because I'm against a heavy AD comp. And the move speed increase as well for the tier 2 upgrade to boots is really important just for helping your Nunu ganks. Again, your snowball ganks. It's all about move speed for Nunu. So I get some more armor for my Sunfire. I just get 2 controls ready to pressure, running straight back bot. So, unfortunately, my misfortune dies here. I mean, I have 2 pretty hard losing lanes right now. My bot lane's losing, even though I've been helping them a bit. And top lane's obviously losing, which makes a lot of sense because I haven't been there at all. Alright, so, I skip my camps here. So, this is interesting. So, look at this right now. The way that I path, I'm going to Crab. And I divert from Crab because I see Rengar here. And right now, I know that Rengar's probably... Given the timing, if you actually think right now, okay, Crab's just spawned, I'm thinking he's probably taken it. So I don't want to just run at bot right now. Because in my eyes, I mean, right now they have full priority. There's not even any reason for me to run through here. So I'm running here to protect my Kale. So, again, in my mind, Crab's gone. No reason to contest it. And I'm skipping my camps here again. I'm just protecting Kale. I'm thinking maybe Rengar's going to be ganking mid. Again, all I need to do is protect Kale here. Alright, so going for a nice little gank on this again. And again, this is where there's just a little counterplay here. And Yone ults me. I Q smite there, and then I use my ult for my shield, and then I sort of take all those minions from Kale. But I thought that felt good, so I sort of did that. Alright, now I'm looking top here. So this is one of the few times I'm looking to go top, because right now I have red smite. Fiora doesn't have much, I don't think Fiora has much mana. So I'm thinking I can gank her, but I botched this gank up pretty severely. And then I come and try and help my Nasus. Yeah, this is a real big foul gank. I show on the map, I don't really do anything with it. I need to be resetting and then going back bot. Again, my bot lane keeps dying. My misfortune's died, I think, like 4 or 5 times by this point. So Kale gets mid tower, which is huge. Even though the kills are 9 to 7, the impact that I've had in this game is so much more important to my win condition. Again, I've executed on my win condition so well this game that it's just going to we're going to start scaling. We're going to have so much room to scale this game. The fact that they haven't gotten Rift Herald at this point, and that we've just gotten mid tower. As you notice here, Kale has literally pinged the Rift Herald. The fact that I can potentially get Rift Herald this game is ridiculous. So I think this is Rengar's fault. He went bot a little bit there. He has been killing my bot lane. But again, the fact that I'm getting this Rift Herald potentially is really big. So I'm looking top here, but I just back off. I'm like, it's whatever. I can't kill a Fiora there. Again, Nasus is just getting hammered up there. Going for another mid gank on Yone. We get his flash. This is maybe a force. I probably don't communicate this well, but Nunu is so strong with his lockdown with his E that it works anyway. But I probably should have taken the small win there and just burnt his flash. I could have easily been walking into a Rengar there. But I did have Brand to back me up as well, I guess. I don't think I was thinking about that in the game, though. Alright, looking to come gank top here, because Brand's here, and then she just flashes over the wall, small wins. Alright, now this is a really crucial part of the game. What would you do in this situation? Most people will be like, oh, I'm near Rift Herald. Brand's here, I gotta go take Rift Herald. I've gotten one dragon. I want Dragon Soul this game. My Kayle is... I need to be around my Kayle. Remember how I said I need to be around Kayle as much as possible? So I decided to ditch Rift Herald here. I need to go bot right now. I know my Misfortune is probably dead here, but I'm just following Kayle. If I was to do Rift Herald here, you'll see how much opportunity, how many plays I would have missed. So, coming down here, Rengar. Rengar kills my controller. That controller was really useful. There you go, it's a pick. That's such a big pick right there. I got a shot down on Rengar. That's game-winning play right there. That decision again to skip Rift Herald. I mean, obviously he walked there by sort of, you know, coincidence, but it's again, I'm putting myself in these positions to get these picks. Rift Herald's not even necessary for me to win this game. The only thing, remember, the only way I lose this game is if Kayle dies. And Kayle could easily die if I'm on Rift Herald with Brand right now. But, as you can see here, coming down here to help, we're coming in. Kayle just survives there, ults himself. And I'll just dive this because Nunu's so good at diving. 5-0 and 2 now. Alright, Kayle TP's back. Looking to get our second dragon of the game. Rengar tries to steal this from a Nunu. This is pretty ridiculous. I think he might be tilted at this point. I'd channel up my ult. I guess Zilean was there, so maybe... I guess he probably didn't see the Kayle TP. Alright, so who TP'd there? Oh yeah, Kayle TP'd. Oh, so he just missed Kayle there, yeah. So it sort of makes sense. Misfortune's back in. But yeah, there's no way he's stealing. You know, I am a level up, but I do have extra smite damage as well, so... There you go, that's a dead Brand. I just charge up a W for Zilean, but remember, I don't need to force anything. Don't need to chase that. Back off. Ezreal's back on the map. I just don't give my shot down, okay? I'm 5-0-3. I'm very strong. Just relax. My top lane's dying 100,000 times here. It's okay. Again, my Kayle's my win condition. Keep playing around the Kayle. Keep playing around the Kayle. Don't divert from that. So important. There's so many reviews that I do that I see is that people have clear win conditions and they get baited off track by like random kills or random fights, or they feel like, oh, I can kill these guys. Let's go for it. Just be patient. You don't have to take every fight that's presented to you. Alright, so my Kayle's topside, and I'm thinking, you see how I'm panning my camera to Kayle? I need to be around Kayle. So, I maybe greed for these wolves. This is probably a bit of a tempo loss. I have 3,000 gold in the bank. I really should be resetting right now. But Kayle does kill them top. And, okay, this is actually a point in the game where I think, a little bit confused. I'm trying to think right now. It's like Fiora's pretty out of control. My Misfortune's pretty... She's 0 and 5. My default response to these situations is always just to full clear my jungle. But thinking about it now, I mean, this is a bit of a confusing position. Maybe I don't... Maybe it's fine. Maybe I don't need to do anything fancy here. I'm not sure about this. I'm actually pretty confused about this situation, to be honest. This is definitely a point in the game where I didn't have clear direction of what to do next. Like, I have an idea of playing around Kayle, but Kayle's doing some weird stuff right now. I mean, maybe I should have just done Gromp reset and straight top and look to get Rift Herald. But again, I don't have top tower, so maybe Rift Herald will be hard to get. Actually, no, there's no reason why we can't get Rift Herald. Alright, so take Raptors. I give red to Kayle, and then I'm resetting here. And again, the bad thing about this is I'm reset. My Kayle's now vulnerable, potentially, which is giving the enemy team an opportunity to get back into this game by killing my Kayle. Alright, this is a situation where I probably should have gone... I should have sold my refillable potion for Magi's. This is what Hyden would have done. I'm snowballing again, no pun intended. 5-0-3, there's no reason for me to not go Magi's here. Gives me extra damage. It's really nice. So again, notice I'm always panning my camera. What's Kayle going on? What's going on? So, go straight mid here, looking to gank. Okay, so you might say, Nathan, why do you go top side instead of bot side? I want to potentially gank mid with a big snowball run up, and I have full vision top side, which means I should be playing towards where I know the enemy team doesn't have vision, which is my top side, so I should be going top side instead of bot side. But I guess I'm also going top side as well for Rift Herald, but my main thought process here is I need to gank where the enemy team has no vision. Charge up a really nice snowball there, drift around the corner. And we clean up pretty hardcore here. I get a double kill. Unfortunately, I kill my Kale, but we still clean this up pretty nicely. I instantly turn on Fiora because I see her on the minimap. Again, my eyes on the minimap all times. But she... Ooh, mess up that W a bit here. But I still got ult, so I'm just tanking tower a bit here. Yone misses his ult there. I just do some style ult. Probably not necessary. Maybe saving my misfortune. And we break mid tower. Alright. So, unfortunately, Ezreal kills my misfortune there. I'm looking to go for this bot crab right now. I was actually checking Raptors as well. I would have taken those if they were up. Alright, so, notice this control ward here. Again, you remember how I said that I need to be playing around Kale? I'm like preemptively thinking about the future, thinking about my Kale. This ward's going to help my Kale a lot, isn't it? Because she's bot side, she's going to be potentially... You know, split pushing bot side, protection of Kale. Even though she's not here just yet, I'm setting things up. So right now, I'm definitely wanting potentially to spend my gold. I have a lot of gold. Kale's just taking my camps, which I'm completely happy with. Right now, my mindset is I'm going to create an efficient jungle path around bot side, or where my Kale is. So I'm thinking of doing wolves, raptors, krugs, resetting them back bot. Again, don't really care about Rift Herald. I just need to be playing around misfortune. Again, if Rift Herald could force us into a bad fight, that loses us the game. You know, we don't need to do that to win the game. That's the key mindset. I keep asking myself, we don't need to do this to win the game. I don't need to do this to win the game. Stick to a nice win condition here. Alright, so notice what's going on bot. Kale, you know, she has a control ward there. She knows it's not warded. That helps my Kale. Again, it relieves so much pressure. And it puts so much pressure on Rengar. Rengar's seen right now. Kale's not going to die. See that ward? Huge. Now he has to spend all that time killing that ward. So I decided to not do my Krugs. I can't be too efficient here. Again, I need to be bot ASAP. Cal's even a ping and assist me because I know they're probably going to dive Cal bot. So I can't do my Krugs there. And as you can see, Rengar's literally in position to kill my bot lane. Unfortunately, misfortune dies there. And they're going to kill my Cal. So maybe Cal should have waited for me here. But remember, if I was to do Krugs there, I wouldn't be here for this. And look what happens because I run down here. Again, setting yourself up, reading the map. Where's the enemy team? What are they going to do? They're going to be trying to shut down my Kale. So I actually missed the move speed thing there. But coming straight bot here just to check the bushes for Rengar. He just jumps in. He knows he's dead anyway. Alright, now, next thing here on my mind is mid priority. Mid priority. Mid priority. So Kale, no one's pushing mid. I want to come here and push mid. Because I want priority, because mid priority is just so good for, just allows you to pressure both sides of the map, just to make the enemy team react. So you notice how I get mid priority once, I come again. I don't care about misfortune taking the CS, I just want mid priority for dragon. And you'll notice here, if I didn't get this mid priority, so watch this, Ezreal's now forced to stay on this wave, and I get a first move advantage over him right now. So Ezreal's stuck here, and now I'm able to come and potentially help my Kale now. Again, because I got mid priority. Ezreal could have had first move if he pushed that in. So these tiny little details, you don't see them in the moment, but it's relieving so much pressure from my Kale in a way through me having mid priority. Alright, so they'll try and kill Kale there. Kale actually does die, but Bran flanks here. And I'm so fed right now. I literally do so much damage. And it's just crazy how much damage Nunu does. I mean, again, if I had Magi's here, I'll be doing so much. Alright, coming for third dragon, take the enemy Krugs. Notice, this is actually the first time I think I've counter jungled once this entire game. So I've just been very preferably prioritizing my camps and just ganking as much as I can. Take third dragon, take my... I leave blue for Kale, sorry. Do wolves and reset, and I want to be playing around top side now. So you see, notice again I'm pinging Baron. I want to be playing around Baron, I want to be playing around top side. Again, all through mid priority. Mid priority is going to be very easy for us to get because we have the tier 1 tower up here. So I actually do end up buying a Magi's here, but I literally would have had 25 stacks of Magi's at this point. So this is sort of me being like, oh shit, should have bought that a while ago. Out of base, going straight to Raptors. It's really good to do this out of Nunu because you do it so quickly. Just one shot the camp. Alright, notice again, mid priority. Going straight back for mid priority. So I'm not playing around my Cal right now, which is potentially a bit of a mistake. Cal does TP to that. So Kale's now here. I would have backed off if Kale wasn't here. Now I'm like, okay, I can potentially fight this. So coming now on this, looking to flank again. I'm with Kale. My eyes are on Kale right now. Just got a nice little chunk. Again, I got to go back to Kale. Back to protecting Kale. Misfortune's dead. I just tell my team to just brute force mid here. Let's see how this plays out. We can review this after. So Zillion just actually gets a really good stun off on Kale. He doesn't even ult. Okay, that makes sense. They actually just outplay Kale there. Because I was wondering why we lost this so hard. I felt like we could have won this pretty easily because Rengar didn't have ult. Alright, so this was a pretty risky part of the game. I try and go back in because I think maybe we could kill them. But Rezwell has a red buff. He was just going to kite me. I need to run for my life. So I try and help my team there peel, which almost gets me killed, to be honest. If Rezwell hit that Q, I might have died. Alright, so not good there. Bit of a throw. Maybe I should have been with Cal more peeling, making sure she's not getting hit by skill shots. I guess Yone ults AoE, so I probably would have got hit by that anyway. Alright, so coming mid, Ezreal just killed my Misfortune for like the 10th time, I think. Nunu damage OP, he doesn't expect me out. Even if he jumped away with his E, I would have killed him. Alright, which allows us to now put on the pressure of the enemy team. We're going to be potentially doing Baron. I've got a controller to control it. Sweeping it up. Clearing vision here, placing my control ward down. And we're starting it. So, Rengar ults. I need to protect my Kayle. So I'm just thinking to turn here. Rengar just one-shots my brand, but that's okay. As long as Kayle survives, I'm all good to trade my brand for Rengar's ult. So we kill Zillion there, and then my Kayle picks up this Rengar. Again, you see, notice again, I don't care about Yone. I'm going to protect my Kayle, but then I realize Kale's okay because he's ult. Mindset, play around Kayle, play around win condition. Got to go back to my team. But now I'm so fed, I just literally just walk on these guys. We kill Yone, we kill Ezreal. We ace the enemy team. We take Baron. Alright, now in your mind, what's the next objective? What's the next objective? Dragon's coming up, Dragon Soul. No reason for me to do my Raptors and Krugs, but I do my Raptors. This is so greedy. This is actually such a waste of time. It's the milliseconds here could make a big difference. I think I get a little bit greedy for camps there. Alright, I buy Frozen Heart straight out of base because it's 2700. That's a pretty cool buy. It's good to deny the attack speed from... obviously they have a pretty attack speed-ish comp between Fiora and Yone. So coming straight up for Dragon here. And just going to be playing around bot my Kayle again. There's no real reasons for us to rush the Dragon. So I'm sort of just thinking the enemy team might collapse on Kayle. But we sort of just slaughter them here, I think. I just decided to just commit to the Dragon. Maybe should have helped my team here, I think. But I'm just going for the Drag Soul win condition. I don't even have Smite, but I'll just secure this with my Q. I consume. Alright, consume this. Get the speed boost again. Utilize speed boost from River. Come on here. And Ezreal E's away. Doesn't really matter though. Cancel my E, my W. Dead Ezreal. And we just run bot. I get another pick. Again, always charging up snowballs. Always looking for opportunities for kills. They clean up the Fiora. And that is GG. And notice, and this is one thing that I really hate in League of Legends, is when people start trying to farm the Nexus, just end the game. End the game, end the game, end the game. Like, notice I'm hitting the inhibitor. I just want to make sure I'm doing quick, clean games so I'm into the next game, making sure that I'm not throwing the game because I feel like it's cool getting kills. So just hitting. I just charged that, my ult up, but now we're going to end the game. Alright, so hopefully that was a good demonstration of the execution of my game plan. Again, the blue into the mid gank, burning the flash, re-ganking, and trying to keep my mid tier up as much as possible. So let's now look at some key takeaways from this game, wrap it up, bit of a written analysis of what happened in this game. Okay, so quickly, here's the match history from the game. So we enter the game with 0 deaths, 25 stacks of Magi's. Again, I probably should have got that a lot earlier. Item build here, Sunfire Aegis into the Dead Man's, then I got Bramble Vest for all the healing reduction, you know, Fiora, Rengar, even Yone to an extent as well, and then I just rushed that Frozen Heart because I had 2700 gold nicely. 72% kill participation, so we did a lot of work in this game to make sure that we won this game, even though we had 2 losing lanes, top and bot. Again, showing you just the importance of what happens when you play correctly around a win condition, executing the game plan perfectly. So let's just recap here. I just want to quickly recap what happened in the early game here. So again, we blue started, we ganked mid, we burnt Yone's flash, which was really, really important in terms of a small win that's going to lead to a big win, which was a kill on him later. Found a free kill bot, went for that, and then executed our game plan at 4 minutes 10 seconds. Kill Yone, pushed the mid wave in, Raptors, Krugs. That top play was pretty botched, pretty failed. A bit of the timing, a bit of unlucky thing, but that's really important to not be moved away from your win condition by like random plays like that. I probably literally should just let him die, just base, reset, go straight back bot, mid, and then just kill Yone again. Again, that's not helping. Nasus is not going to help me win the game. I mean, if there's an opportunity, I'll take it, but that one right there, that was pretty botched. So then I reset there. Then the next reset, went straight to bot side again, screw top, looking to get that dragon. Gank bot, killed Zillion. This next minutes here, the 8:20 to about 9 minutes, I went for 2 potential dives. This is the mindset, again, utilizing the Rift Scuttler in the river plus your water walking, and you just come out of the river and you can just go for really, really nice dive play. So it was failed, and we did eventually get Rengar's R defensively, which is actually a pretty good small win. But against that mindset of going for those dives, constantly charging up your snowball. I talk about the airplane mindset, the takeoff mindset in my Season 10 Nunu guide. So now I did another reset, and then went straight bot side at base, killed Yone again. That helped us break the mid tower. Failed top gank again. That part actually as well, I shouldn't have gone for that gank at all. I didn't mention I actually should have taken the Rift Herald there, and I probably could have got Rift Herald and then defended the bot side play there again when I went to help my Kayle. So then killed Yone again. And then that was that really core play at 12 minutes 20 seconds where I decided I couldn't do Rift Herald. I needed to be with my Kayle. I needed to make sure my Kayle didn't die. I didn't need Rift Herald to win the game. All I needed to do was make sure my Kayle survived. Then we killed bot there, and then the game was pretty much over from that point. Took Dragon, killed enemy Rengar again, and reset on 3,300 gold. Alright, so to wrap up this video here, some key takeaways. The warding the red buff as Nunu is really, really important, especially when the enemy team has champs that can easily invade you. It's really the only way to really counter Nunu's early game. Once you get your level 2, you snowball the Raptors, like you're pretty much good to go for the rest of the game. If they try and take your blue and stuff, you can always counter with some sort of play that on the other side of the map, taking their camps, or even just like, you take my buff, I'll just gank. The important thing there is you need to do it straight out of base, and I find sometimes there's games where I run straight out of base and I place it, and then the enemy team late invades, but they don't know that I've placed a ward there because I'm literally out of there so quickly, and I get huge information. My team can do something like we can counter invade, or we can literally just go fight them potentially as well. So a really, really useful tip there. That game, the mistakes that I made, I was distracted top slightly. You know, I even missed a Rift Herald opportunity potentially. Make sure to continue. I think I did a pretty good job of it, but I could have thrown the game, especially in that first time that I went top to try and defend when I had to burn my flash and Fear almost killed me. Utilize the Rift Scuttler move speed boost, combined with your water walking. Obviously, I didn't have Slattery that game. That would have been even better in my runes. To use your snowball for just ganks, so strong as Nunu. You're literally ganking people from the middle of the river. That's essentially where you're starting from. Always be looking for potential dives as Nunu. These points 4 and 3 sort of go together. Timing it perfectly with minion waves crashing on the tower. And this is where, again, you're going to sort of need to really look at lanes. Utilize F keys as well as you're moving that snowball to the lane you're ganking. And in the mid game, the focus on mid priority, then move into side lanes. Making the enemy team react to the crashing wave and allows you to get control of their jungle. As we saw in that example there, it made me having the first move to bot. Instead of giving the enemy Ezreal priority of that lane, then I could move bot, and then we defended the Kale there, and we literally killed like 3-4 people. And again, I think that was the point where the game was literally GG. We took our third dragon off that. Alright guys, I hope you learned a lot from this video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next video.